AV SuperFriends on Topic is an independent production wholly owned and operated by AV SuperFriends, LLC. For the highest quality recording of all of our shows, visit avsuperfriends.com. This is AV SuperFriends on Topic, a 30-minute monthly roundtable focused on a single topic. This discussion will be opinionated, to the point, and saturated with our well-known blend of painfully won expertise and deeply ingrained immaturity. For June 2024, it's the best-sounding podcast in higher ed. This is the AV SuperFriends on Topic. Broadcasting live, for real, broadcasting live from coast to coast, easternmost to westernmost, northernmost to southernmost, gate post to hitching post. I'm your local host who can boast the most milquetoast and utmost humility. I'm Chris Dechter. It's time for a Friday afternoon podcast adventure with the AV SuperFriends because it's Friday, and we're here and we're live doing this stuff on the fly.
That was a lot of energy, Chris.
World headquarters.
You want to dial it back?
Do it again.
You should
do it again with
All
less energy.
Be a little bit more boring.
For June 20 something.
Just do it.
Same amount of work every week.
It's worse.
Again.
So, all right. Well, anyway, so let's say hello to our panel of AV SuperFriends. Let's find this button.
Push it. Go.
I'm joined by a chief intranet synergist from Kansas City, Jamie Rinehart.
Keeping the sneaker net alive.
Is that? I guess that would be intranet, the very your intranet. Also joined by a lead functionality producer from Corvallis, Oregon, Marc Cholewycynzski.
You guys can do it, but just don't do it like that.
It's not very functional.
But it's leading.
All right. Also joined by a chief impact engineer from Greensboro, North Carolina, Larry Darling.
Yep, making an impact.
Brings the big hammer.
Yeah, I was going to say, it just has a big hammer.
Drags it around.
Larry's got a big hammer. We're really going to say that.
Yep.
And finally, our junior vice president for regional integration from Bowling Green, Kentucky, Justin Rexing.
I heard junior and regional.
And vice.
Vice is a little up there, but junior regional, it's like I'm hanging on by a thread over here.
It's the slow ramp to that top position
like
there, Justin.
I'm about to get a pink slip.
Justin, it's a long journey to the middle. So
Yes.
It's Friday.
Pace
this
yourself.
Afternoon.
Yeah.
So on today's show, we're going to discuss our plans for Infocom and what we're looking forward to there. But first, and you've waited like a week and a half for this.
I have.
Okay, well.
Yeah, I've waited.
It's time for the news. Oop. Misfire.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got a special special audio presentation here. What's happening with the Infocom news? What's big on the Infocom news? And we pulled this story.
Drum roll.
I've heard that one.
And yes.
So we're kind of in a lull here, a calm before the storm, the eye of the hurricane. No, that would imply part of it
that
already
means something
passed.
happened, and then
That means
Yes.
it's happening right now.
So there is no news
But will be
because it's
soon.
almost Infocom.
there will be. We're waiting. Hot off the presses.
So anyway, we're going to talk about our plans for Infocom. What stuff, since there's no news about it, what stuff are we looking forward to? Oh, you know what? Crap. I forgot to start the Timmy timer. Start the timer here.
Timer.
Go.
You should have reminded me several minutes ago because we're supposed to start this beginning of the show, not the end of the show. So
Well, I figured,
ruined it.
whatever.
I'm going to take 3 minutes off.
They're going to get extra credit here. So
be another 4 hour,
3 minutes of added time.
another
at the
4
end.
hour, 30-minute show.
that's exactly right. But no extra charge.
So Infocom. What are we looking forward to? What are we looking for? What's the plans? We have some stuff we're going to talk about what we're going to be doing while we're there. But what do you see guys seeing? Trends, stuff, things? It's all VR these days, I'm pretty sure.
Pretty much. The whole thing is just in goggles now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're all just going to walk around on treadmills.
From the airport.
At the airport.
We don't need to go then.
Hey, you stop that.
It's all VR.
I don't think that's it this year.
Oh.
Yeah.
Then why
It's all
like one?
AI? Is that what it is?
Actually, they'll bring a lot of
Yes,
that
it
here.
probably is
Yes,
all
it
AI.
probably will. Every AI everywhere, and we'll all roll
Fake
our
AI.
eyes.
These noodles
Not
were made
real.
with AI.
No, it'll all be AI. All of it's probably not the right word. There will definitely be a lot of manufacturers boasting and claiming, look, with now added AI seasonings.
Now
for whatever
with
they
AI.
can jam that into. I'm sure they will.
For a new license fee.
Yeah.
Our
This
HDMI
projector
cables.
screen is driven by AI.
This projector screen infused with AI.
Let's project them out. AI.
I want an AI-enabled projector mount. That is now the top thing on my list to find at Infocom.
I think you
Some-
could probably
you're gonna
print
get
out
one.
a few stickers and just walk around and start putting AI enabled on all
Now
the
with
Chiefs
AI?
products.
That's a good idea. Sir, get out of the
Rand's
booth.
like, what the hell? Marketing. There's probably salespeople and
because-
people that work for the company that would have no idea. They're like, yeah, now the AI TV mounts.
We can't do
Because-
that now because they're going to know. Well, they probably don't listen to the
They
show,
don't
so
listen to
they
the
don't
show,
care.
but
Yeah,
it's
they
okay.
won't know. We can still do it.
It's coming.
This will still publish before the show, so they'll have a good week's heads up to look for AI stickers on all their stuff.
It's coming. Somebody's probably say, "Oh, we designed it with AI. Of course, it's AI enabled."
Why not?
So-
Might as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I've got AI on my computer, and I use the same computer to build this in CAD. So,
Yep, that's how
Technically,
that works.
That's it. Print it. Get it out there. Chuck.
so aside from AI-enabled projector mounts and equipment racks, what else are we expecting to see out there, trends-wise, or what are we looking for? From our own perspective of things that we're interested in.
Well, I'm converting my entire campus to 21 by 9, so I really need to find some monitors that I can put on walls.
Well, 4 years ago, they would have been the show for you.
It would have, but all the content was in 16 by 9 then, so I'm hoping now they're actually using it to the full capabilities.
You know what I'm going to try to find? Microsoft.
That's a good point.
Speaking of,
yeah. Yeah. They might.
Speaking
be
of
somewhere.
AI 21 by 9 crud,
You want them, like the company, not just the fact
But
that
we're
they
gonna be
have
there.
their
They're gonna be there.
certified splashed on every product known to man.
we're just going to try to find them. Because remember last year we couldn't find them, and they're in secret rooms and doing secret
right.
stuff.
We just weren't.
who's
all
got
the
the
secrecy?
Yeah, who's got the floor plan open? I don't think Microsoft has a booth this year.
They're too big to see.
Well, they didn't
That's
last
the-
year.
That's
Yeah.
the thing.
But
They're
they're
so
gonna be there.
large that you can't
So we
see
got to
them.
find them.
Oh, you're saying we need
But
to take
they're
a step back.
everywhere.
Yeah,
We
you
gotta
got to
find
zoom
them.
out. They're much larger. They're everything.
Yeah.
So as we're flying in, you look down and you look for Microsoft.
Right.
Yeah.
You
the
can't not
Sphere
use it.
is Microsoft certified. You can see that
Teams
sucker
room.
from the airplane. Good to go.
Kind of waiting for
Yeah.
that, actually.
Yeah.
Can you?
We're in a Teams room on that bad boy.
Can you see it from an airplane, or can it be certified?
I
I
don't
fly in
know.
at night, so maybe.
You will
I
probably
don't
see it
know
from way
why
out then.
Larry is so hung up on 21 by 9, because if it's not a 360 sphere, I don't want it.
Which is every classroom of the future.
Class
Just
is in the
dome.
round, but you're inside instead
But
of
you're inside the classroom.
Can you imagine
It's
trying
amazing.
to pay $25,000 just to get into one class? Because isn't that how much it costs to
You know
buy
what?
tickets
With
to
credit
see a
hours,
concert
Isn't,
at
isn't that the
Sphere?
normal
Yeah,
cost of
with-
college now? I don't know
Maybe,
what.
maybe that's what it goes for
With
now.
two
I don't
kids
know.
in college, that just seems
Yeah.
like the Tuesday.
$25,000
Normal, yeah.
credit hour.
Yeah, that's a discount, Justin.
It feels like it. I think we'll see networked stuff, like network
Whoa.
AV over
Whoa.
IP things.
Get out of here
that's-
with that. That's
That's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, you are way out on a limb there,
future you
pal.
living in. Yeah.
I'll be curious to see if we start
Network
weeding out
stuff.
some
That's
of
That's the boldest prediction of the year, Jamie. If I was a betting man, that's probably like got odds of 20,000 to 1. I'd bet
Look,
on that.
I've been doing
take
some
it.
market research,
I can safely
and
say
I dug a deep
my
dive into
high
NAB
100.
and
Bang!
ISC.
Oh wait, Jamie's
and
interrupting himself.
Sorry.
And
Hold
there
on.
it is.
Did y'all hear that?
It's fun.
Jamie was saying his predictions are always correct. All right, Jamie. Now, what sort of networked stuff?
I think we're going to start. We'll see more of
Projector
the
mount?
SMT2110. We'll see more of the AS, protocols. I think we'll start seeing. Hopefully, we'll start seeing the collapse of all of the many flavors of AV over IP, and we'll see.
No,
not
no.
10.
I
but
was
5 or
foolish
6.
enough to try to predict that
nope.
last year, and we're going to
There will be
see
another
more standards,
flavor.
if anything.
Where's this positivity Jamie coming from? Like, who are you?
Well,
Where have you been?
2 things won't be there, so don't care.
Oh yeah, okay, well,
He's just going
That's
out on a
why
limb.
you're
He doesn't
making these
care. Just go
outlandish
for it, right?
predictions.
Yeah, but you don't
because
care when
I
you
can't-
are there.
I'm like, I can't prove myself wrong because I wasn't there.
I want to build off of your sentiment here, Jamie. Like, I agree that there will be some network stuff there. At least one device will need network. I guarantee it.
Okay.
But other than the
I think
transport
3.
thing,
3.
I'm looking forward to hearing and seeing about the
Seeing about.
the smarter endpoints at large. Right? I like what we've seen in some of like the beamforming stuff, where we start to see some of that capability built into kind of our transducers. Now, I think that's what we're going to see a wave of more. I'm not going to use the dumb term, just smart enabled stuff, but the smart enabled stuff,
AI enabled,
AI enabled, smart enabled like endpoints. I like that philosophy. Where
you want a beamforming mic in a endpoint? What?
No, he
it itself
wants
is an endpoint.
freaking Zoom in his projector.
My projectors
Zoom
zoom
enabled
already. They
projectors.
zoom in and
Holy
out.
crap! All right? That's a prediction. Zoom enabled projector. That's coming.
Level 8.f5.
The example I'm going to give here is like of the TCC2s, the Sennheiser type things. Like, I like that as a smart-ish microphone. It is a network connected transducer out there. I can drive and steer. I think we'll see more things like that. Yes, it's network. Let's take network and marry it with this thing. But I also want to say, I think we're kind of getting to this weird plateau of sorts where we have like input-output devices, flavoring in between, and everything is just in there, and all the secret sauce is the software. You're going to hear a lot about software, I think, this year. I think it's less about hardware and what their software-enabled endpoints are doing, and I think that's what you like. I'm not seeing big, giant mystery boxes being unveiled, and holy Christ, look at this new thing it's doing. No, it's development in the software and the different revs that it's going to give you as it's going to tie you to some service contract moving forward.
Wasn't that kind of our show summary as we left last year, that we saw more software and more capabilities?
It was in there.
And I think that you're going to get a massive tidal wave of it this year.
Is that software going to be AI enabled?
Yes.
They will say it
Will
is.
it be claimed, or is it like two different
It will be
things?
based on the AI that you're going to bring it.
It will be.
But that's an interesting point, Mark. I mean, yes, there will be hardware iterations. There will be new boxes and widgets and tchotchkes and adapters and things, but some of which will be networked things. But I think we will see a drive towards either they could say the same device you already have now can do this, or we are now launching a service that you can then tie these devices together and see, now you can get these added features, but it's all tied to, the cloud or whatever that may be. So
Is that a license fee?
You better believe it, sir. That's a monthly bill.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's not a license fee as much as it's a new server that has a license.
Cloud enabled.
Cloud.
Yes. It's all cloud.
Wait, they're bringing the cloud to you?
Oh, yeah.
On-prem cloud.
Ooh,
hosted
on-prem cloud.
Off-site, but is hosted internally.
I'd like an offsite on-prem cloud hosted server, please.
Locally on this device, which is
Has
separated
to
on
be
its
on
own
the
island.
ISP, but has to run on your power.
But on my LAN.
Yes.
I would just hand you over a computer, Chris, if you asked me to do that. All right, here you go.
Run it wherever you
Because
want.
I don't know what you're asking me to do here.
What, my offsite on-prem cloud hosted LAN enabled
Intel NUC from 3 years ago. Have fun.
A compute.
It's unlocked.
a computer.
Yeah, we'll see
All
more
right,
embedded computing capacity, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Do you think we could push for them to drop another letter from the word computer and maybe we'll just go to comput?
I want to let's get rid of the C. Let's just go. So it's just ute.
Compute.
Compute.
An ompute?
Yes.
CompU. Didn't that used to be a company?
You're thinking of CompUSA.
Now known as Hewlett Packard.
What, CompView?
No, that's Compaq.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
too many
How
companies
could
out
you
of
get
that
those
and-
confused? My bad.
Couple years. Compact.
One sold Vidya games and one sold weird looking computers. So, all right. What else are we thinking for trends out there?
I'm interested if any manufacturers will show evidence that they're listening to the customers and start pushing non-enterprise controllers for all your AV over IP stuff.
Are you trying to call out people for not listening to our show?
I'm just saying, like, everybody has been
show's
saying,
not.
I don't want to have every endpoint on my network talking to one box in a
Yes, good
closet
point.
I can't get to. I mean, we've heard that over and over again for the last 2 years, and yet everybody's still pushing in
You're
that direction.
expecting some type of enterprise-wide maturity to all of a sudden overtake the industry?
Yeah, it's like
I'll take the field.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
not
always
happening.
I like it, Larry, when they come back and they're like, look at this thing. And you're like, I don't even want that. Don't even bring it to me. And they're like, but
But Jamie, it has
But
two
it
nicks.
has
Two
two NIC
nicks.
cards and it's got Android on it. It's
I
everything.
didn't
you
want it
wanted.
last year. I didn't want it the year before that. Like, you've brought this same idea to us for how long now? Just No.
But it makes integration faster so you can make more money as an integrator, Larry.
What if I hosted it on a 21:9 display, Larry?
Okay, now I'm interested.
Yeah.
And
Because the extra real estate on the sides that I can't see looks cool.
Oh, these are tall. Sorry. These are tall.
That's 9 by 21.
Sorry, my bad. Yeah.
9 by 21.
It's 9 by 21, and I'm just going to have stacked 16 by 9 content down on several layers of it. So.
And actually, there's no inputs on it. You have to pay us, and we will send you the content as you need it. It's a monthly service.
It's only WiDi. You have to use a little adapter. Good luck with that.
It's hosted in the cloud.
Isn't that your prediction that we won't be moving content? It's all coming from the cloud. So
Yeah, I'm doubling down. I'm going for it. Yeah.
Not for this year, though.
Not for this year. but
Right,
no.
Mark? Yeah, I was going to say.
Well,
Larry, what
Call
was
you out.
the Google display that was like cloud only?
the Jamboard.
Jamboard, thank you.
Yeah, I have one on the other side of my office while there.
I'm
What's
sorry.
it doing right now? Is it still jamming?
It's just kind of sitting there because they shut down the service that does that, and
Yeah, it's
I really like
jamming.
those.
No jamming anymore.
I
Wait,
also
hold on.
believe you're going to
hold on. So you're saying when you buy devices that speak directly to the cloud, that some
Only to the
company
cloud.
out there could decide on a whim that they don't want that service anymore and make it a useless product.
It's not useless. It makes a really good barrier.
Whiteboard?
But it
It's
doesn't
a
do
wall.
what
It's
it
whiteboard?
just a wall. Yeah.
It doesn't even
Serves
whiteboard
utility.
anymore. It
you
has an
can make it
HDMI
whiteboard.
input on a non-Visa compliant bracket, so I can't actually mount it or use it anywhere. But
The inputs
hanging
on the
off some
bracket, or
chain.
you're just saying it's not easily mountable?
it's a proprietary mounting system.
Oh.
So
Oh,
you have
God.
to use
Oh, it's
their.
awful. Yeah.
Oh, it is. It's just.
Cisco's has got the same one on their smartboard things. It's awful.
Yeah, it's just no.
It's like
not good.
1600 by 400 bolt patterns. It's ridiculous.
Do you think that comes from like a frustrated engineer who's just like, you know what? I'm going to fix this. Watch this.
This is what you get.
Yeah, this is what you get now.
Yeah.
Visa thinking you can just be
Didn't
some
like
sort
that
of
before.
standards organization with holes.
Never gonna bend to your standards.
won't hire me, will you? Oh yeah. I'm going to offset all 3 of these by 5 millimeters. You figure it out.
I feel like
I think-
feel like projector engineers do the same thing. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
why do we have these spider mounts? Because all of
That's a
the
good
mounts
point.
are
And every
completely
projection you can
different
buy
areas.
the custom mount, which is the dinner plate that has holes in random locations. So yeah.
Because why couldn't they just have a normal Visa pattern on a projector? It's the same plate.
So-
They're all Amex. All right, Mark, go ahead.
I think you also see kind of a lot more of these cloud traffic / endpoint aggregation services. They're going to
Yeah.
come proliferate this year. So they're going to be on the floor with nothing to show you. Outside, we take all of your things. And you point
No,
to
but
our
Mark,
cloud
they
and-
have a demo system they've built in Dallas, and we can
Yes.
connect to it, and you can see in Dallas there's green lights on all of them.
Yeah, and it's like, cool. All my stuff is pointing towards the cloud. So I think we'll see a lot of that moving forward in a way that, like, oh, you're having problems getting your AV over IP across your enterprise network? Just send it to the cloud and we'll manage it for you, and you can take it out. And they're not wrong. It's just I don't know if we are ready for that. And most people will be like, that seems very frightening.
Then
to me,
why
but
am I
it's
pulling
coming.
Cat 6 if I can do it over Cat 3? At a certain point, it's going to get necked down to 300 kilobit anyway. So
Things that look like this, like domain manager type things, things of like that nature, right? So.
But so to what you said and to what Larry just described there, yes, there is there is this propensity for you have to have mystery widget box on your network somewhere to either aggregate room information or to control AV over IP traffic. And free advice to all manufacturers listening now or into the future: stop doing that. That alone will cause me to never buy your product.
Yeah, if the first thing you have to do is unbox it and put it on your enterprise network, you lost me.
No. From an AV over IP standpoint, if the endpoints themselves cannot be managed directly, then no, it's not happening. And from a service standpoint, if I have to open up a hole in my network for some sort of mystery Android device, not happening.
Yeah, I want
you
a
guys are gonna
third-party
leave-
control system to talk to my endpoints.
You
Full
all are going
stop.
to leave Infocom with broken hearts. That's my
I usually
prediction.
do. It's okay.
Yeah. See?
Well, I'm not looking for that stuff anyway,
No, I
Justin.
think
I'm just saying.
the things
I'm
we see,
hoping.
we see a lot of this stuff. So okay, I bet you there will be some microphones and stuff there too. And some projectors
One
and some
area that
LCD
I think
screens.
is going to be interesting, and it's not a huge shakeup or anything, but is the continued the continued decreasing prices of LED direct view displays.
The floor is
They're going
falling
way
out of
down.
that. Which
Those
is nice.
are when you're able to get regular room size, standard, general, everyday, typical room size, projection size images as an LED wall now for not terribly much more for the right showcase spaces, and the point where you can start almost dropping these things into conference rooms.
If you have active quotes out there, get them requoted because they are dropping like flies right now.
It is falling out. It's lovely. I love it.
Yeah, and it's
I
really
got
nice.
a quote on one, requoted it, and it was $10,000 cheaper.
You just kept doing that every day.
Just keep doing it. Yeah.
Just, hey, can I get a new quote?
Just
and
hey,
also
I was
another
told if I
$10,000
send you a
off?
quote, you were going to take another $10,000 off. Is that true?
Yeah,
Prove it.
Is that a coupon?
Yeah.
Where did I get that coupon at?
Oh, it's a Groupon. Sorry.
A Groupon?
Yeah.
Double Groupon
man.
day.
That'd be sweet.
Bring a friend.
Just
Wow.
make one up. The
In it.
AVSF Groupon for
Yes, a Groupon.
for single
$10. It does
LED
nothing
walls,
for you,
just
but yeah, go ahead and get it.
Yeah, this Groupon good for
start
10%
handing
off your
them
next
out.
LED purchase.
on the floor.
To your point there, Jamie, about the single SKU ones, the all-in-ones, there's a lot of manufacturers now who are recognizing that it's an easy sell. Oh,
Yeah,
here's
it's
one
simple.
part number. You don't have to do the whole crazy, because up until about 2 or 3 years ago, and these had existed for a while, but in very limited numbers. 2 years ago, every LED video wall was a full custom thing. The spec the processor and pick your panels and build them out, and they. No, we don't want that. I want to replace that single display over there, or that single size image, or whatever it is. Maybe it is 21:9, but it's a thing with a thing.
Maybe.
So sell me that 130, 160, 210, whatever it is, at a known good resolution with the processing already built in. And yes, here's your 2 circuits for power and my single HDMI and LAN cable, and that's all I need. And I'm happy because it ties directly into, and I'll say it for Mark, the support structure and the common kit of parts.
Lovely. Love it.
So,
we got it in there. We have to
snuck
get it
that
in the
one
show
in.
somehow.
I think we'll see a lot more of those from many different manufacturers, even the big name brands, because even your Samsungs and your Sonys and your Panasonics are going to start leaning into that market. You can already get them from NEC and Absen and LG and Planar. Actually, good point. Planar has them. ViewSonic now has several different models. So there's a lot of them out there that are just like, look, you're going to pay $28,000 for this thing. You're going to mount it to the wall, and you're done. Great. That's a huge selling point.
And it just comes on a pallet. You don't have to think. I think it's just basically you're buying a put it together yourself TV.
that's what we want. It's not. That's
And
And
it's
if you
perfect.
really
The
don't
Holy
want to
Grail,
think,
yeah.
all these manufacturers offer
Service for you.
installation
Yeah,
services.
exactly.
So you can just watch them think. And
Twice
actually do
the
nothing.
price of the display. You can watch them
all
do
the
it.
people on this call that offered up that information, it was you.
Yeah.
Do it in house
Seriously.
as long as you call this guy.
So I'm a big advocate of hiring the manufacturers to install those, because while they're installing them, the rest of our team's installing everything else, and it increases our labor force. So it actually works out pretty well.
Scale.
Well, just
It
you
kind
raise
of
a good
mirrors
point
that RFP labor
Video-
that I've always talked about.
So video walls in general are, let's say, finicky at best. No, that's the wrong term. Fiddly at best to install.
Yeah.
LEDs
Okay.
even more so, because you want that ultimate
It's
like
not
flat
bad.
surface. No, you're right. But it's
But to get experienced people in while you're in the heat of something in construction, and like you can work alongside them, it's really great.
See, I
Planar's
heard
install team
in
is
the
really
heat,
awesome.
and I actually went with, it's usually typically shitty hot during the summer trying to do those installs. So yeah, it would be much better to have somebody else suffer
We,
for that.
have air conditioning in Kentucky. I don't know about Oregon.
We always end up coming in when they're testing the heat for some reason in the middle of
do have
summer.
some.
we got a problem with the chilled beam this week. It's off.
We do have some fancy things here in Kentucky, like air conditioning.
Mark, which was the
Whoa.
building we installed a bunch of classrooms, and just the sun coming in was hot enough that it was overheating the stuff in the rack?
That could be anywhere, Chris. Like
It's like 10 years ago. I don't remember.
that could be N2. It could be
No, it was. It had no air.
I believe we took you over to the high desert at one point
It
too.
was Strand Ag. It was Strand
There you
Ag.
go. Yeah.
The sun coming in on the west side of the building was just cooking the gear in the equipment racks, because there's no air conditioning.
Right.
Because why would there be?
No,
It's Oregon. Figure it out.
it's lovely here.
You only need air conditioning for like 3 months a year, but during those 3 months,
I think actually my other note I have here that you guys can't see because it's not in the notes. It's in my notes.
What the
It's,
hell? Put in the notes.
Security finally.
Ooh,
Oh, dude,
that'd be cool.
No.
I think
Nope.
I'm not saying we're going to see it be
Nope.
mature. I think people are going to murmur, and they're going to start asking us if it's important.
Okay.
They're going to ask us,
Okay.
Yes.
is it really important? And we're going to say, yeah, where were you 10 years ago?
Is it important? Yes. Is it really important? Nah.
Need to have, nice to
What if
have.
we told you we'd let you set up passwords? How about
who's
you integrate
asking
with
these
actual
questions?
things?
The people that I'll say this, we will be surprised by somebody asking the question. Maybe that's a better way to phrase it.
So
Yeah.
so we're gonna be shocked. Be like, oh, what?
It'll be some weird, like, wow, that was awfully mature of you.
Yeah.
Strange, weird back row company, acquisition row.
If we tied it into Azure services, would you use it?
Will I have a choice at that point?
No.
It'll be the only thing I can use. So, that's a little bit of, if you're doing some recon.
No,
Is it Azure ready, and does it play in my tenant well, and is it certified that way?
look,
It may
but
be the
I
only thing
think-
I can use. You figure it out.
The more Teams things we see come online, it's kind of like, so can you tie into that? Oh, not yet. Well, then screw you, get out. Come on.
That is a good point, Mark. That you're gonna start having. There's two kind of big ecosystems right now with Teams and Zoom stuff for connected services. One of which has a lot more kind of connectability and overhead, but has to fit within that same licensing model, fit within the same environment, and that's going to require a lot of. Because now I'm talking hardware into software. That's going to require some security posturing that is not commonly deployed in a lot of these
But in
manufacturers.
theory, will work better with zero trust. I think.
Yes.
And Mark has mentioned in the past. I think that's why ultimately we're all going to be teams because
Dear, oh my God, no, Larry, that's wrong.
it is the only way I see around the zero trust issues. Is if everything is.
You just don't do zero trust, and then you don't have to do Teams.
Well, see, I don't have
As
that.
if any of us on this have any say in if we're going to do that or not.
That's all. It's easy.
It's easy.
Times
Just
are-
don't do it.
Sure is.
It's like, God,
Yeah,
guys,
Justin,
make things difficult.
You solved it. I don't know why we didn't see that. What are we thinking here? So, all right.
gonna
So
go
Carry the
fix
team
that.
again.
our clock is blinking at us. Any last thoughts before I push this button? And we roll out.
It'll be fun. People will enjoy it.
Oh,
Be fine.
They'll be
We forgot-
pressed. Things will happen.
So sneak peek. Look forward. So if you're listening to this now, go back and find the recording. But look forward to us in is it 2 weeks? In 2 weeks, we're doing a special first Friday on the Fifth Friday show where we're going to talk about only the stuff we are doing at Infocom. We're recording
First
multiple live
Friday
shows.
of the fifth Friday of the third.
You heard me. It's the first Friday on the Fifth Friday. So Friday, May 31st. It's the fifth Friday, Justin.
Our first fifth Friday we had
It's the first
a live
fifth
show on
Friday.
We're doing the first Friday on the fifth Friday.
Yes.
for the first time
Special episode talking
I'll
just
pay
about.
attention to my calendar.
Yeah, just look.
Just go where your calendar says to be and just be there.
Special show talking about our plans. We're doing multiple live recordings every day. We're going to be in different booths talking about stuff. But we're going to be setting up and doing full live shows on the show floor at various booths. So get in touch or follow us to find out on follow. Back up. Follow us on social media to find out where we're
we
going to
go.
be. I got there.
Live recorded shows.
They're live
Live
for
to
people who are there
Record-
live with us.
Okay. Well, yes. People who are there. Yes.
So if you want to come hang out during a live, there's a bunch of us together all recording. That's where we'll be at multiple manufacturers and all sorts of cool stuff every day at Infocom. So also on Friday, we are leading a secret show floor tour. So follow us on social media to find out where that's going to start. And that is the best show floor tour because it's all the stuff we have already gone around the show floor and vetted and identified as this is the stuff you need to see.
Yeah, we plan it the night before.
No
Tickets
pay
for that,
yeah.
make sure you send us an email.
There's no pay for play. There's no they're a sponsor or whatever. We have to meet at this booth at this time and someone's going to shepherd us around. No, we're going to go find stuff. We're going to pick the best and we're going to show you the best stuff. So
And these manufacturers are not paying us to do this. We're just finding it.
I don't know, sending them a bill later, but that's how it works.
Well,
So-
we can, I guess. I don't know if they'll pay it. They haven't yet.
Who the hell? What?
Keep
So-
trying. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it. So that's Infocom stuff. We'll be back in 2 more weeks with lots more information on that. Thanks, y'all. Thanks for putting up with yet another episode of AV SuperFriends On Topic. You can contact us with questions, topic ideas, or general complaints at avsuperfriends.com.
Nice work, everyone. Sharp broadcast. Really good. Everyone on the floor as well. Really a lot of hustle. I liked it.
The opinions expressed by the AV Super Friends are solely those of the individuals and do not represent their respective institutions, organizations, companies, or clients.